that enhance its capacity to respond to maritime security threats. The Philippine Navy, for instance, benefits from these avenues, where initiatives for joint and multilateral patrols, education, training, and exercises, environmental protection, especially in the maritime domain, and disaster response are birthed in collaboration with like-minded partner navies. The trilateral cooperative arrangement between the Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia is the best example of such initiatives. The regular conduct of patrols, maritime coordination, and intelligence sharing between Indonesia, Malaysia, and Philippines had led to the lowering of cases of piracy and terrorism in the Sulu-Celebes Sea. We cannot deny how the TCA's success is a vital contributor to peace in our waters, and on a broader scale, harnesses and enhances maritime security in the Indo-Pacific region. There is also the existence of ASEAN's Information Fusion Center, hosted by Singapore, which is an efficient platform that provides Southeast Asian states with a common operating picture of what is happening in our regional waters. The Philippine Navy also conducts and participates in joint and multilateral exercises with partner navies that contribute to confidence building, sharing of best practices, and increasing overall maritime deterrence. Some of these exercises that we have hosted include the second ASEAN multilateral naval exercise in 2023, as well as annual exercises Sama, Kamandag, and Balikatan. The Philippines is also in full swing of modernizing its capabilities, with our armed forces focusing on harnessing capacity to address challenges in both traditional and non-traditional security spheres. Implementing the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept also supports our shift towards territorial defense to ensure a 360-degree protection of the Philippines' maritime territories. Meanwhile, the Philippine Navy's constabulary role also enables it to support enforcing maritime regulations through patrols, inspections, and interdiction operations to combat illegal activities at sea and aid in disaster response in crisis. In terms of collaboration, the Philippine government also utilizes public-private partnerships as a support to efficiently respond to issues present in the maritime domain. For several years, public-private partnerships have been beneficial for the country, especially in upgrading maritime infrastructure systems such as port modernization and developing several airports projects. Private fishing companies have also been found effective in augmenting efforts in maritime domain awareness, particularly in understanding what is going on in our waters. This is also the reason why support for coastal communities through enforcement training and education campaigns are also important. Lastly, the Philippines has also recently passed two legislations that are vital to strengthening our maritime domain. One is the Maritime Zone Act, and the other one is the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Law. This will allow the Philippines to finally determine its maritime zones and enforce the law in accordance with United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. That being said, maritime security is still the obligation of all, and therefore, building a network of partnerships is a central part of strengthening the resilience of our maritime domains. In line with this, the Philippines is continuously building and strengthening its partnership with different nations to address shared challenges. Call for action securing the future together. Despite progress made in terms of responding to the growing complexity of maritime security, these challenges remain to be in the periphery of discourse on global issues. It is therefore important to recognize its urgency given how ensuring maritime security is paramount to our overall stability. A call for action is needed to secure our shared future. Due to the intricate and broad nature of challenges under maritime security, collectively working together is crucial. This could be done in a myriad of ways, such as multilateral cooperation, diplomacy, open communications, regular discussions and collaboration, and adherence to the international laws like the UNCLOS. More importantly, we have to keep in mind that we as navies of our countries have a huge role to play in assuring maritime security. Harnessing partnerships with one another presents opportunities for Navy-to-Navy or state-to-state cooperations, especially when addressing shared maritime threats. Our support towards our government and collaboration with other maritime agencies, as well as partner navies, aid not only in defense, but also in enforcing stability at sea through maritime laws and regulations, especially those related to fishing, shipping, marine scientific research, and environmental protection. In closing, I wish to emphasize the multitude of areas for naval cooperation to foster centered on meaningful dialogue, knowledge sharing, and interoperability that assures maritime security for all. Let us also not forget that despite differing interests, we are primarily stewards and beneficiaries of our oceans and seas. This makes us responsible for its conservation and sustainment. For everyone's benefit, maraming salamat po at mabuhay. Shukriya.